Welcome back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover Super Megatron. Here is Super Megatron in his tank mode. And his tank mode's kind of strange. If you guys ever seen the box art for Super Megatron, he's got like this kind of like, I don't know, extended looking tank thing. It's just got guns sticking out everywhere. It's pretty nasty looking, which I think is kind of cool. This is him in his tank mode, which is kind of strange. It's not terrible, but he's got all the right colors, all the right style. I mean, I tried to do what I could here to make him look the best I possibly could, but this really isn't the winner style. I really think he looks better in his jet mode, but this part here really doesn't click in. It just kind of slides back and forth, which you can kind of extend it if you want to, which is nice. You don't actually have to have the gun sticking out that far. And it does kind of sit in there pretty well. But yeah, you can do quite a bit of stuff with him there. He does happen to have little guns there on the sides. It's just a really strange looking tank. He always has been. I actually thought about trying to do something a little different, like maybe spin this around, put this in this direction, and then maybe take the feet here and unpeg them and flip them around this way, which probably would be a little more accurate, considering he did kind of have these weird parts here kind of sticking out of the back. Which I don't think's too bad. That kind of works too. Although now you kind of can see his head a little bit, which is strange. It also kind of gets rid of the guns. I don't like the guns being, sticking out that way, so maybe just do it this way. Yeah, it's going to let me know. Actually, personally, I think I just created the mode and it looks more superior. So yeah, I think this is pretty much what I would call his official tank mode. Kind of a size comparison. Here he is with Star Convoy. I think it looks good. It's pretty good together. Big fan of this. Love it. And have these two idiots together finally. And I love the size. The size is amazing. Anyway, let's go ahead and put him in his jet mode, which just put these here back around. Put these back in. Because the pin kind of just plugs directly in, just like that. Mess around. Put this in. Go ahead and get it. There we go. It's a good thing I have tiny fingers, because I can actually get in and do the stuff that most people can't. This stuff. Yep. And then open this up, fold this portion here down. And what I like to do is leave the guns or the wings up on him to make him different than the Energon or Cybertron Galvatron. So this looks a lot better. I'm a big fan of this. When I saw this way back in the day, when I saw the original, I was like, that thing literally looks a lot like Super Megatron, except for it was just the wrong colors. And then whenever they came out with these smaller core class, I was like, yes, I am definitely going to do a Super Megatron. I just wanted a Super Megatron on my shelf, but I didn't want the huge one they have that's available out there, and they're never going to make a small one. So I think this looks really rad. Let him next to Star Convoy. You can't tell me that doesn't work. He's even got the yellow cockpit just like Super Megatron would. This just works very well. I think this is amazing. I like having the wings up because the wings up kind of really gives him that more, I don't know, more menacing feel. Megatron's always been really menacing anyway, and the fact that they reformatted him into this after Galvatron died, it kind of just makes sense. So it's almost like a lineage type of thing. So, I find it really neat. I'm going to leave all the wings here up real quick, and then we're just going to go ahead and transform him into his robot mode. I'll flip this back. And then unpeg these around, and peg this. Flip this around about the feet, unpeg this, spin this around, and unpeg this and spin this around. Take the guns and plug them back in where they properly would be. I mean, this still gives him that shoulder gun situation he had going on. Because if you look at the original box art, he's got guns all over him. He just does. He's an amazing looking menace thing. And then just spin his little head around here. And then I like to take this gun here and plug it in over here, just like that. And I'm just standing up here. He doesn't like to stand straight, so there he is in robot mode. I think he looks really good. You notice that the red crest, he's got the little red portion there, which I know the original one he had actually kind of flipped from just a regular standard gray to the red. And that Decepticon emblem looks amazing on him. I love how that looks. He just looks the part now. He's got a lot of chrome. Kind of like chromish looking chest going on there, along with this kind of red here just picked out in his biceps, all the red on his legs. He just looks the part now, just totally looks the part. If you don't like the wings being folded out like that, you can do this, which honestly I think kind of takes away from the silhouette. I've always liked his wings out just a little bit. That way it kind of gives him more of a menacing look. The guns do come off, and I can plug both guns in over here, so that way if I wanted to give him a super gun mode, just take the two guns off real quick, and then you can plug one gun underneath, and then plug the other gun on top. That kind of gives him more of a larger super gun mode, which looks really cool. I like the fact that I can do that, and it just adds to how awesome he is. Like I said, I am into the smaller scale stuff, and this thing is amazing. I don't ever see Dr. Wu ever giving us anything like this, or any of that sort of toy. I just don't see us getting anything similar to that, considering they ain't even bothered to even touch anything that's Victory or any of that stuff. They've still on that G1 train of just everything being all the way up to like 86. Nothing after that. No one really seems to care much about. And it's a sad thing, honestly, because there's so many cool styles and things that came out well after that. And just to kind of give you a bit of a comparison here, here he is next to Kabaya's Star Convoy, and this is amazing. Those guys kind of can go head to head now. I really think this is a very appropriate setup. And Star Convoy is just slightly taller than him, not by much, really. Considering in the fiction, Super Megatron ends up melding with Dark Nova, which is cool. I've always been a big fan of the Battle Stars, and honestly these guys are going to look amazing with my custom Grandis. I just love it. If you guys hadn't seen my custom Grandis, you guys can go back and check out my scratch build of that. But this guy is sweet. He is awesome. Such a fan. Can't gush over this Super Megatron enough. This thing is so cool. I've always been into Super Megatron. He was always one of my favorite. If you guys want to see, I've got a few pictures here to put up of just a custom Super Megatron I made back out of a knockoff version of Deathsaurus and a knockoff version of Six Shot, and I kind of melded together. It was okay. I even came up with a crazy base mode for him, and honestly I haven't figured out a base mode for this guy yet, so we're going to sit here and play with this for a minute and see if I can figure out a base mode. Because, you know, it'd be kind of cool to have a tiny little base mode, because that's the one thing about Battlestars. Everybody had a base mode, and I don't know, I always liked that. Maybe I can fudge a base mode out of this real quick, because I kind of have an idea in mind of what I could do. And I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting to see what I can come up with here. Let's see. You know, base modes were always just the weirdest thing. And I don't know, maybe I could put a gun here up on top like that. That's kind of cool looking. Or maybe even hold this down. There we go. Maybe I can just put this here and it could just be a large spire that's sticking up. That'd be kind of cool. Using the, let's see. Maybe not. I'm trying to come up with a base mode here. I don't know, I like to play with my toys. That's the whole point of them, right? Maybe I can do this. Somehow. There we go. Hey, that's actually kind of working. There we go, and he's even got like a spire to him. I'm not really sure what I could do with these guns other than, well, I mean, you can see the two arms here sticking out, so maybe I can just plug them directly back in. Just to give him a couple more defense guns or something like that. Because, you know, every one of these guys had a base mode, so we're going to come up with a base mode right here on the fly. Something I didn't even think about. And I'm probably going to end up taking pictures of this afterwards so that way I can remember how I did it. There we go. Nothing wrong with that. Playing with toys. That's what we do on this channel. Play with all different kinds of toys on this channel. Robots, Hot Wheels, Micro Machines, all the tiny stuff. There we go. Now we got a base mode. Straighten this up here a little bit. Yeah. I literally came up with a base mode for Super Megatron right there on the fly. I think that looks cool. God, that's crazy. I didn't think about how that would work, but hey, it does. It's just him standing on his head, but hey. What's different between him and, you know, Star Convoy over here doing the splits? You know, maybe they're breakdancing, and that's how they turn into their base modes. I don't know. Look at Grandis. He just opens up his entire chest and lays on the ground. Hey, look at me, I'm a base now. So it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of just as dumb. I love it. Anyway, this has been Plasticon. This has been yet another Transformers Generation 1/2 review. I'll see you guys around because I have plenty more coming your way. That's it for now. Bye.